In today's video, we're going to be going over the value of running backs that you need to target in the middle rounds. And also, I'm going to be kicking off a brand new segment on the 100 Fantasy Football channel. Hey everybody, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Ivan Herrera and I'm so happy that you are part of this channel. The mission of this channel is to give you my insights so you can be successful in your fantasy football leagues. Consider subscribing, and I'm so excited because we have a great show for you. Today I'm going to be kicking off a brand new segment that I'm calling Cap or No Cap. And if you don't know what cap or no cap means, essentially what this means is if someone says cap, it means that no, don't buy it. If someone says no cap, it means that, okay, this is without a doubt something that you need to pay attention to. So that'll be a new segment that we're going to be doing. And today we're also going to be going over the running backs that you need to target in the middle rounds of your fantasy football draft. For now, let's go ahead and kick it off with a new segment, Cap or No Cap. Cap or no cap. All right, so I don't really like talking about the Cowboys because I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I gotta be completely objective and go over everything, no matter what, no matter who it is, no matter what team it is. Recently, Dak Prescott said that Ezekiel Elliot, running back for the Dallas Cowboys, is in the best health of his life. Now the question is he capping? Or is it no cap? I think it's no cap. And with that, the question is Ezekiel Elliott a potential top 4 running back in 2021? And the answer to that question, in my opinion, is yes. Look, I get it. Last year, Ezekiel Elliott had a really rough season, but I think a lot of factors played into why he didn't have so much of a great season. It's one of the biggest reasons why Ezekiel Elliott had a rough season was because Dak Prescott got hurt. Prior to Dak Prescott's injury, Ezekiel Elliott was averaging 22.34 fantasy points in PPR formats. After the injury, he only averaged about 11.4 fantasy points per game. With the offensive line being healthy and Dak Prescott being under center once again, I think we have another great season coming ahead for Ezekiel Elliott. When it comes to drafting, my personal experience, I've always tried to come out with at least one solid running back in those first 2 rounds, just so that way I can secure that position as soon as possible. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I try to come out there with 2, but just in case you may not have that same kind of philosophy, I can give you some tips on some players that you can target. But before I do that, I want to share a stat from Jeff Greenward, where he talks about how the amount of success that comes in the beginning of the draft in running backs declines rapidly. Here's the stat, and I'm going to read it to you because I can't memorize it. Jeff Greenward says that with running backs that were drafted in the first 4 rounds, you see a 62% chance that they're going to end up in the top 24 at the end of the season. And in this screenshot that I'm sharing you right now comes from Pro Football Focus, and this is showing you the probability of success that you see between each rounds from running backs. So all this to say, I highly encourage you to invest early in running backs and invest in a workhorse one, so then that way you can not worry about that position giving you much of a headache. Because trust me, I've gone 0 RB, and though sometimes that strategy may work because you could find yourself a good running back in the later rounds, I don't highly recommend it. With the drafts just around the corner for fantasy football, here are some of the players that I recommend for you. Number 1, Chris Carson out of the Seattle Seahawks. Now, back in January, Coach Pete Carroll said that he wanted to commit to the Seahawks running the ball once again, considering that they began last year with Russell Wilson basically leading the offense through the passing game. As the year went on, we saw a lot of struggles within that Seattle offense. Now, they did hire Shane Waldron, who comes out of the Los Angeles Rams organization, to be the new offensive coordinator. He's known to have more of a balanced attack. The point is, Chris Carson is someone that brings so much value, not just in the running game, but also provides value in the passing game. Now, Jay Keeps from ESPN 710, who covers Seattle sports, was sharing that he believes that Waldron, the new offensive coordinator, will bring balance with Chris Carson, being that Chris Carson has shown efficiency even last season when he wasn't getting much of volume, and that he will believe that he will have a really good career season coming up in 2021. And just to show you how efficient Chris Carson is, Chris Carson averaged above 16 fantasy football points whenever he saw 12 or more carries. In the 5 games that he did have 12 or less carries, he still averaged about 14 points a game. And that just shows you the value that he's able to bring from the passing game. Chris Carson currently right now, his ADP is really, really cheap. And I think there's so much value there if you can get him in the 4th round. Sometimes he's going even past that at the 5th round. I would highly recommend you drafting Chris Carson. Running back number 2, Myles Gaskin out of the Miami Dolphins. Now, he was one of the clear winners coming out of the NFL draft because Miami didn't invest their draft capital to draft another running back. So why would I want to invest in Myles Gaskin? Well, the thing is, whenever he's given volume, he maximizes on it. Last season, in games that he had 69% snaps or more, he was running back 8 overall in fantasy. And I really recommend that you would invest in him because in the 9 of 10 games that he played last season, he put double-digit fantasy points up. And not only is he good with the volume that he gets as a running back, he also finds success when he is included in the passing game. Check this out. In the 7 to 10 starts that he had 4 or more receptions, he had an 87% catch rate, making it one of the second best in the NFL. And he also averaged 8.7 yards per touch, making it the best in the league. This is someone that I would highly encourage you to add as one of your starting running backs, especially if you go 0 RB those first few rounds, or if you really want to maximize the depth at your running back position. You can secure yourself one of the top elite guys in the first round, maybe even in the second round, and then wait until the 4th and 5th round to then get another solid running back, just like either Chris Carson or Myles Gaskin. Now, the last one that I want to touch on is going to be another winner that came out of the 2021 draft, Mike Davis out of Atlanta. Now, I'm not too crazy about Mike Davis like I am with Chris Carson or Myles Gaskin, and the reason why I'm including him though within this bunch is because he's going to be the only running back there. There's not going to be much competition for him, even though he wasn't efficient last season. Last year, his stats weren't that impressive. He only averaged about 3.9 yards per carry, and he also averaged 5.3 yards per touch. So I don't think he's going to win you a lot because of his efficiency, but I think because of the opportunity that he's going to have being the lone running back there in Atlanta, he's going to give you success. And last season, when he filled in for Christian McCaffrey, he got a lot of value because of how he can be also utilized in the passing game. And remember, when it comes to fantasy football and accessing value, you want to always look for skill and opportunity. And though Mike Davis may not be as skilled as some of the top elite running backs, he has opportunity, and he's shown in the past he can maximize with that opportunity. Being that last year he was within the top 12 of running backs, and this was as a backup for Christian McCaffrey. All sources to everything I quoted can be found in the description below. In fantasy football, there's a lot of great contributors out there that are helping the sport, that are helping this game so that we can grow. And I want to make sure that they get credit for the work that they're doing for me to grow as a fantasy football analyst. And with that, if you found value in this video, I encourage you, give me a thumbs up. And also, I have a question for you. Which running backs are you looking to invest in this upcoming season for your fantasy football teams? Also, follow me on all social media platforms. I'm at IvanH___ on Instagram, and you can always follow our official YouTube channel's Instagram page as well as our Twitter, and all that information will be found in the description below. Be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to be dropping a video of the wide receivers you should be targeting in your upcoming drafts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep it 100.